it's your girl Matt Cox. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we are talking about this little guy, this little desk calendar, which is going to save my life. I'm always looking for a calendar, like what day is it? I never know. And I've wanted to do this forever. From the very first time that Concord and Ninth released this, I've been wanting to try it. I actually printed mine out as opposed to buying them. I bought a couple sets one year, but I don't remember actually decorating them or doing anything with them. So I printed this out on my computer. I used 65-pound weight cardstock, and I decorated them with some Diane Reevely stamps and also some Concord and Night stamps. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see it? There we go. And I did her legs. So they all have different legs and shoes on them. And of course, I used some Catherine Pooler ink because it's just what I do. So here you go. And so if you like what you see and you need a desk calendar that you can put pictures on or stamps, or just, again, I'm pretty sure I just wrote the months on it one year, like whatever, because it was that serious. But again, I love desk calendars. I love these printed on 65-pound weight paper. And if you'd like to see how I created this, stay tuned. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will talk to you in the chat. Bye-bye. All right, guys, let's get into this desk calendar. So this is what it looks like when it is printed out. I'm using my Canon craft printer, and they are printed out in order, but I'm just marking that, April, May, June, so I don't get confused and mess up my calendar. And then that back sheet gives you a year at a glance, which is perfect. So right there, I'm starting to trim. Trimming this up is probably the most difficult part of making this calendar. Not super difficult. It's just, you got to trim stuff up. I like how they give you that black and white stripes because, again, my world is black and white stripes, and they make me oh so happy. So like I said, trimming it is a pain in the butt, but you could totally take this to Staples after printing it out and have them just cut it off for you at one time. I think they charge like $1 or $2 per cut, and you would just need a few cuts here. You need a bottom cut and then these 2 side cuts, and you would be cooking with gas. I'm just making sure that I'm trimming off the little pieces just so that I don't see any of those registration marks. I wanted to try and see if it was faster, easier, more clean to use my guillotine trimmer. Same difference, not a big deal. Not a big deal, just trim it up. Now I'm going to start decorating. I knew that I wanted to keep it simple because I just didn't have the time to do a whole bunch of stamping. But Concord and Ninth has some really cool options for these, like some turnabouts where you can change out the colors according to the season, numbers, and they have their own months. They just have a great selection for these guys. They've been doing it for a few years now, and it's fun. Why not? I'm using Catherine Pooler inks because I absolutely love, love, love Catherine Pooler inks. They release ink beautifully. And I am also going to use Diane Reevely's stamp set of her months. I love her writing. I want her writing all over everything. So I have her letters and in a bunch of different sizes, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, we're going to use her months in this one. I don't think she has the days. I wish she had days to go. Well, she might because she has her own calendar system set up too. So maybe she does. I don't know. So I'm cleaning the stamp in between. With Catherine Pooler stamps, you don't have to worry about going from dark to light, light to dark. It works out perfectly. You just need to clean it a little bit in between and you don't have to worry about it. So I went ahead and stamped the first colors all through all 12 months. And then I came back into the months afterwards. So that way I didn't have to move that stamp. It was just a little easier. And for the black stamping, we're going to use VersaFine Clear ink. It is the best ink for sentiments. Anytime you need your black, that's the black that I'm grabbing. Everybody used to use the other VersaFine, and then they came out with this, and now everybody has switched to this. Most people who stamp use this ink for sure. I would bet my life on it. It releases, it's a pigment ink. It's blacker than black. I could have done 2 swipes here, but there's no reason to. You just knock it out. I'm spraying my stamps with water, and then I'm hitting them with that little green chamois, and then I dry it off with a microfiber towel, and bam, there we go. But this was still just too plain. I'm like, it still needs something. So I searched my stash high and low, and eventually I found these legs. I love these legs by Diane Reevely. I love all her work. If she makes it, I buy it. Do I use them? No, but I have them when I'm ready to use them. So I'm just checking to see how these are going to work. I really wish that I could get I wish I had planned to do this prior, because I would have moved the months around the legs so that I could have gotten the full legs. Because some of the legs, you don't get to see the good parts, like the thighs and the stockings that are on the thighs. But you get what you get, you don't throw a fit. So I decided that I only wanted the legs in the purple section or in the colored section. So I grabbed a Post-it note. All right, so the Post-it note is to mask off that white area so that it is only being stamped in the colored section. I don't know. I thought it would be weird if it was hanging off the white. It might annoy me, and we cannot have something that's staring at me every day, all day, annoying me. And there we are. So I went through and I used the same Post-it note for many of these, and I just used the same legs for like 2 or 3 of each card. I love these legs. I like the way that Diane does it when they're like peeping out of a keyhole or like a shape or something. She's got some really, really cool examples of these legs being used. She has such a specific voice that I am just drawn to. I love her art. So these are all my guys here. I was like, well, I thought I was going to put them in that calendar holder that's sitting in the top left-hand corner of the screen. But then I decided, nope, let's do the easel that Concord and Ninth actually makes. I like this easel for cards. Like when you're sending somebody a card that you want to be displayed, send them the easel with it. It folds down flat. All they have to do is put it together. So I'm die cutting this with my Gemini Junior, and it's very, very simple. You just fold 2 folds, and then you put a little glue on the sides here, or you can tape it. Not too super difficult to do. And you know what, now that I think about it, it technically does not fold down flat. It just can be mailed flat, and then they would have to put this together. But you can actually use this without that little stand right there. You don't have to put that part in there if you're doing cards or something. And there you have it. It's all done. I have that little guy and that little guy. And now I have a desk calendar. Very, very pleased. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to grab one. And I will see you on the next video. Okay, bye-bye.